Freaks and geeks, drinkers, thinkers, ramblers and gamblers, stoners and pet owners. Gather around. This is the Outsiders Social Club, where us misfits, miscreants, outcasts get together and ramble, palaver, prattle, and get royally intoxicated while we do so. We do that. So without further ado, let's proceed.
One for the party, baby. Puff on the road, drumming, knock back a drink. There's nobody home.
Welcome back to the Outsiders Social Club. I'm your master of ceremonies, Drinks with Ron, and boy are my arms tired. Most of the crew's not here, but the usual rules apply. You drink if you hear a dog or a cat or a bong, and if Coley shows up, you will drink when she snorts. 1.5 over-unders for dogs. This is where I would throw it to Troy for a drink over-under, but due to bylaw section 7 and habeas corpus and whatnot, we're suspending the drink over-under without Troy. We'll freeform this, but yeah, that leads me to my next question. Yikes Mountain, what are we doing here?
Ron, that's a good question. I am enjoying an evening of tracking the failures of the Portland Trail Blazers basketball team, who lost by 62 points last night.
Impressive.
And I'm also back here talking with you since the night that you gave me COVID on the last podcast.
Yeah, I suggest everybody spray down their mics and whatnot. But yeah, this is where we introduce everybody who's on the crew tonight. And, well, this is going to be easy. Patty, you're just the only other member in the Zoom. How's it going this evening?
Oh, it's a cold, rainy, but not like...
Ron, I think Yikes is trying to get, or Hash is trying to get on.
All right.
Out of nowhere. Welcome to the podcast, Patty.
Disembodied voice. Train stomp.
Ron, is Hashy waiting?
Oh, do I have to? Hashi has entered the waiting. Oh, yeah. My light was blocking the admit thing. I didn't. Interesting. Wow, look at me zooming. Well, I guess that. Well, let's try Patty again.
Oh, hi. I'm still here.
All right.
Are you better or worse than last time we talked to you?
15 seconds ago? I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
Much time has elapsed.
No, everything's good. We're holding it down.
I saw the was that an IPA you had going earlier? I can't all those random beer hug brands. I can't keep them straight because there's like 6 varieties with neon colors. But how was the one you had?
Yeah, these are the that one was the hazy beer hug. This one is the tropical beer hug. It's quite nice.
All right. Yeah, I knew they did a whole series of those, and they were pretty heavy on the alcohol and the hops, but I enjoyed the few I've had.
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Fucking A. And little tiny baby Hashi's picture has entered the chat, so that's good. I think he is on location somewhere cold and whatnot.
Nobody puts baby in the waiting room.
Hot damn. Hashi coming in hot. I like the change of pace.
Hatch, what are you doing in the hills of Oregon?
Pet sitting.
Oh, that's right. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have a beer for the first time in a long time. It's been a long week of being sick and on the couch, so clearly I should push that the moment I feel slightly better. But for you guys,
right there with you, Ron.
Yeah. For yous guys, I'll have a fucking beer. We'll chance this.
Couple COVIDians cutting it up, huh?
Right? Yeah, you were at that table read last week. You should have probably got checked. I was probably positive for that. So.
Yep, that's true.
Yep. I think Hashi has the longest streak going. Well, I don't know if it's a streak or not, but he's pretty much been eating like on the pot a lot.
Yeah, it's that 2-hour time difference, man. We're cutting it close on the West Coast.
I don't know if we were recording that night. We got into the bar and you like downed 2 croissants in front of me and went on to talk about how delicious they were, and I was.
Those were some good ass croissants. I traveled like 300 miles for those croissants.
Yep. Damn, you're hot, Hashi.
I'm hot?
Yeah, bring it down a bit.
No. Okay, hold on.
We're delightful.
I am sexually attractive. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and also your volume was high. So.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, you're more in line.
Is that better than being sexually attractive?
No.
Okay. That's kind of surprising for you as a person who gets high a lot.
I'm pretty stoned right now. I don't know what the question was. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of, yeah, I think I'll try to catch up to you.
I just bought. The guy at the store convinced me to buy 2 ounces of weed for $120.
Oh,
And
damn.
it was really, really good stuff. So.
Well, considering I just paid $70 for a quarter of shake that makes me want to punch myself in the dick, I think
This
you
is
got
what
a deal.
happened. This is what happened last time I bought a lot of weed. Is you had just paid a lot of money for shake.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude, I actually talked to the dude at the dispensary, and he totally talked me into it. Because I'm like, I don't mind shake if it's good. He's like, no, this actually isn't shake, it's popcorn. No, it was fucking shake.
He lied. He took all the nuggets out of it.
And he's like, oh, yeah, man, I'll be smoking with you in spirit. I got this exact strain out in the car, allegedly. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you.
You know, I gotta
wasn't
say, I don't want to like criticize whatever dispensary you go to, but if the guy says at some point, it's really good, I'll be smoking with you in spirit, I'm immediately not buying that strain and probably never shopping there.
What? I was like, man, we're brothers now. I gotta buy
Nah,
this
you,
shit.
no. That's not a line you say at a dispensary. Like, that is instant bullshit. Like, I mean, come on. I'm going to be smoking with you in spirit?
You saying he didn't have a pre-roll of the same strain out in the car? You impugn the man's integrity. I don't know what to
me,
say.
that implies like if you already have a spiritual connection going on, that's going to be some intense shit. Obviously, it wasn't, but
Yeah.
I would have thought the same thing.
I'm like, man, yeah, we'll be smoking at the same time, miles apart, the same strain. I mean, this might have come off the same
Yeah, it's like-
plant. This
okay.
could be its brother. I mean,
All right, so you go to the store and you buy like a little like single shot of Fireball, and the guy who's like 21 behind the counter is like, "I'm gonna be with you in spirit later, dude."
I got a bottle behind the dumpster. Yeah, allegedly.
That's the best metaphor, the best illustration for that ever.
That's true.
I'll be drinking with you in spirit, bro. Got this Carlo Rossi.
It became considerably less spiritual when he reframed it, I got to admit.
Although it is spirits.
Well, all right.
All right, this is the weather update for the night. We
All right.
are at 26 degrees. 26
that's balmy.
degrees. Yep.
Huh.
You're okay.
What are you at?
-5.
-5? Really?
Yes. Wind chill of
Oh.
-20.
Well, fine. Look at you, Mr. I'm colder than everyone else.
It's too cold to snow.
I'm gonna Mr. Freeze over here. Arnold over here.
It's 47 degrees here right now.
Yeah, Patty's gonna win this one,
So it's
which is
supposed to
kind
be
of strange.
Yeah, I got 26. I just checked it.
Because, like, it's not like I think of Columbus right now. For some reason in my head, you're buried in snow, but you're not.
No, so
You're not?
they're having
Oh.
a major snowstorm in northern Illinois right now. So, like, the family group chat is all a buzz, all a flurry.
Yeah, we're getting decked.
And my old boss texted me and was like, "Hey, you have to today?" Something I would do at home, and I was like, "I'm at work. I can't do that." And she's like, "What do you mean? It's snowing?" And I was like, "No, it's 48 degrees." Sorry.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yep. It's supposed to get to 8 degrees tomorrow.
No, next week we have like the highs are 0 all next week, but right now it's 26 and snowy in downtown Lancaster. 10 minutes after the hour. Uncle Cracker coming up.
All you Midwesterners
Oh, no.
are trying to make this seem like this is normal weather. This is not normal weather for here.
No, this is not normal weather.
This
is
used to
normal.
be normal back in the day. Used to get decked with winter. We just
No. I'm saying you guys might be experiencing cold, but we don't experience this cold. Like,
Oh,
we have
really?
this- No. This is cold.
Oh, okay.
Is that
a dog.
popcorn? That's a dog.
Oh, dog.
Ted, fight back.
I'm gonna smoke to that instead of drinking, Ron. I'm tapping. All right, is that okay?
I accept.
Okay, I just got to clear it with the council.
Yeah, we actually suspended the drink over-under for tonight without the godfather of drinks, so...
That makes sense.
We're
We
just-
just have to abide by the barks, you know?
Yeah, true. All the other rules stand. No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's 2 dogs, so that's not only 1 drink for each dog, but we also cashed the dog over. We have not done that in quite a while here. We're overdue.
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, Norm's all amped up, and Ted don't want no part of it. What you gonna do? I'm gonna do drugs about it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, do we have any comments on, any of the current events of the last few days or general
Oh, don't get me
early
started.
early season grievances?
Well, I'll tell you what the highlight of my day has been. A buddy of mine was trying to buy a car off Facebook Marketplace, which he quickly figured out was a scam by saying that he knew, like he had a relative of this person, and he kept saying, "You remember, like your cousin, the one you pulled out of the lake when she was a kid?" And there's like, "Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, we sold you the hot tub." So he basically fucked with them all day, and we've been getting progress reports. So at the last check, he had actually wanted to repurchase the hot tub as well. So now he's buying a car and a hot tub that doesn't exist, that he claims he initially sold the scammer. So it's been a delightful evening with this. He just emailed them for measurements and wanted to know if his buddy Bill needs to bring a Sawzall to take the wall out to get this hot tub out. So awaiting a reply eagerly. It's gonna be fun.
Someone has to, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, they got to take a wall out. I got to borrow Bill's flatbed if you don't give me these measurements. And they're like, yeah, sure. Just make sure you send the money via PayPal, friends and family, and don't put anything in the memo. They just keep saying that. So, as one does.
In honor of tomorrow, I'm wearing my Steelers shirt. Can you see this?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What era is that?
Oh, that's Rod
The
Woodson
Men of
down
Steel.
there. Fuck yeah. That's the mid-'90s, late 90s. Oh, I
Fading
see.
in and out of Lucille
Let's
Ball.
see. Is that a Greg Lloyd over there?
Totally.
That is Greg Lloyd. Fuck yeah.
I like how his face just stays. There's no.
Oh, yes. Greg Lloyd don't take no shit from no fucking
Oh, this guy too. This guy, there's no question about it.
Rod Woodson. Yeah, that mustache. Not having
Hell
it.
yeah. Nothing.
I actually just bought a Greg Lloyd jersey from a guy at work fucking about a month ago. He's like, "You're a Steelers fan, right?" He's like, "I got an old jersey." He's like, "Can't remember who it is." Like, "Is it Greg Lloyd?" "I don't know. It's number 95. It's Greg Lloyd. Bring that in here." I got a fucking brand new 1990s jersey.
Interesting to me that you would just find that randomly at work in the middle of Wisconsin.
It's a dude that sells a lot of shit on eBay, so he's always looking to buy weird shit, and apparently this jersey was in some old person's house in a pile of clothes, so it basically had been like time sealed for years. So it's brand new. It's one of those plastic screen print ones with like the holes in the mesh, and it's so new, like the paint is still plugging a lot of the mesh holes, like they hasn't been touched. So like, no.
Man, I hate it when my mesh holes get plugged.
Me too. That's a
I don't know. I'm personally a fan of that, but
Oh, okay.
hey.
We did it.
See a doctor about
We did
that.
it. If you plug too many holes, you'll fill up. What happens when you fill up? I don't know. My doctor wouldn't tell me.
points.
So I'm going to tell you the thing about my recent experience of getting really sick with COVID that really blew my mind and has further implications. Is that I went into urgent care and they took my blood pressure and they looked at me like, "How are you still standing?"
Damn.
I had like a 163 over 103. That's insane. I had that for 3 days straight.
Wow.
Oh God.
And I felt kind of normal. I mean, but my like I felt normal. Okay, actually I did not feel normal. But it didn't like all I did is spend time worrying about my chest exploding the whole time. And the truth was that I feel like it was just really all in my head. Even like I couldn't feel the blood pressure. Even at that rate. That's
Weird.
so wild. So I have to have a doctor's appointment now.
Things would be popping.
Yeah, you'd think that. Yeah, I was thinking of like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie where he almost dies on the sun. What is that again?
Get to the chopper.
Total Recall?
Total Recall. Yeah,
He's on Mars.
he's on Mars, and they end up on the surface of Mars.
Ah!
Yeah, that was that was a great. Oh my God, who was that? Verhoeven. Yes.
Paul Verhoeven. Yeah, Paul
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
Yeah,
No,
Verhoeven. Hey, Verhoeven. Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, you know?
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven it.
That sounds like a really good title of a movie where somebody has hooves.
Total Recall, really good. The remake, not very good.
Correct.
Didn't see either of them. I have
You haven't
Not-
seen? Oh,
I have not.
What?
I could just about squeeze into the Grand Canyon all the fucking movies I haven't seen.
Ron, Total Recall is there's a woman with 3 boobs.
I'm aware of that part. That part.
As a child, it didn't make sense to me, but I was fascinated. All I can say. Stuck out. It's burned into my memory.
I think I was at the age where I was more just trying to figure out how they did the prosthetics on that, and it was like,
Yeah.
how did they make that work? That's
There's a lot
So
of
you were aware of that scene, but you haven't seen the movie.
no. That's one of the things I had mentioned in the Discord about how cable going away with all these movies that used to just play constantly, where you'd see bits and pieces and shit. I've seen 100 of those movies that I've never actually seen them, but I've seen 9 different sections out of order over the years.
Yeah.
I think that this is such a weird take. Well, maybe not, but I think YouTube TV has a lot of similarities of like golden era cable in the fact that it carries a lot of stations that are still on cable. So you get your Hallmarks and you get your TNTs and your TBSs and all this stuff.
Right.
I do think that you'll still find a lot of those movies that seem to be on all the time.
Right.
Like they're still out there, but I don't know that most people have the ability to turn on a channel anymore and
just,
deal
let
with
it run.
commercials. And I actually am somebody who still holds on to that. Like I can do that. If I'm watching a movie that I've seen before, like I want some sort of like enjoyment where I can interact occasionally, catch up at the great moments, and still I don't know,
Check out on it and go make a
do
fucking
my laundry.
Right.
Yeah. Like there is if I'm really I'm not gonna sit down and watch Killers of the Flower Moon and do my laundry, which is amazing by
Really?
the way. I haven't even finished it yet. I got COVID when I first started watching that, and the first half of that movie is so goddamn beautiful. It is unbelievable. What, are you surprised by that, Ash?
I haven't seen.
Huh?
No, I just had I thought I heard somebody be surprised.
Oh no. I was surprised at something, but it wasn't the fact that the movie was good.
Okay.
Or you
Well-
perceived it to be good. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm feeding this rabbit right now.
Can we see?
It's very
Can we
cute.
see that?
Clearly, yeah, that's
All right, hold on.
what I had my money on. If you had feeding this rabbit on your OSC bingo card.
Her name is
feeding the
Penelope. Her name is Penelope. Let's see if I can find her. Penny.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Look-
goodness.
Look at that bunny.
Look at that buddy.
Cute fucking
Penny.
bunny. I want to pet you.
She's very soft. She's
I'm
adorable.
Oh
pet
my
you
God.
So fucking hard. You know what else
very
that
soft.
is? That is actually.
Visual gag on an audio format. Nobody gets the joke.
Our first lupine visual gag. Thank you.
Yep.
Is this the same bunny rabbit you had the other night?
Yeah. This is the one. I
Okay.
take care of her. Her name's Penelope.
I didn't know
She's a
if
good
you
girl.
had multiple bunny rabbits.
Oh.
You could be.
No.
Wasn't here the other night. I didn't know we had recurring rabbits going on. That's
Well, yeah, we were in the bar.
Okay.
That's
We're in the bar.
non-canon. Yikes, that was non-canon.
oh,
We can't
sorry.
talk about that.
okay, right.
Yeah, not evergreen.
Yeah, it's not canon. can't fit it in.
Non-canonical rabbit reappearance.
Yes,
Something you
This
can
is the
only
first
get
time.
on the Outsider Social Club.
she's famous.
I just love the fact that, like, I don't know. I love the fact that, like, you're doing this job, and part of your job entails what you're doing right now.
I'm getting
Like,
paid
this
to do
could be-
this specifically.
Pardon
to
me?
feel it's little. I'm doing this specifically and getting paid for it. Like, this is
Yes.
part of
I love
my
it.
job description. Look at that. Look at those little teeth.
Oh
The
my
little teeth are
gosh.
adorable.
So how many bunnies are there?
Just one.
Just the one? Okay.
Just Penny.
Any other pets?
Yeah, there's a cat named Orion. She's sleeping in her little cubby somewhere.
Definitely not contributing to the animal over-under, that's for sure.
How many animals was the over-under? We've already got 2 dogs.
Well, it was just dogs, technically. Yeah, we cashed the over, so that's...
I mean, with a cat, a bunny, and a dog, there'd be 3 specific, breeds.
Well, I think that
Species.
we need to say that a rabbit's a drink, so I think that's... I think any kind of various aminal is a drink.
All right. I'll find a bird here. Hold on.
Various aminals, that's my new band name.
Oh, there she is.
Tonight, opening for Dockin. Various aminals.
Various animals.
Open for Dawkins.
It's a Dockin callback. Yeah.
That I know Dawkins very well. I think that was probably one of my favorite bands as a kid, for sure.
Love a Dockin callback.
George Lynch, Dawkins lead guitarist, inspired
Dawkins
me
is-
immensely,
Devilly music.
and also a really good power forward for the North Carolina Tar Heels, who went and played for the Lakers and won a championship, I believe. Did George Lynch win a championship? I don't know, maybe.
Let's go with it.
All right,
I ain't gonna
so-
fact check you. Shit.
Yeah, now it's canon. He did.
I'll have to print a retraction later. I mean, worst case. But for many people, as this podcast has murdered in the last 13 months, I think we'll be okay saying that one. That's one of the more harmless things we've not fact checked.
All right. We're good then.
Patty is a Cubs fan, by the way. I found that out
shit.
tonight.
Okay.
You found that out night? How long have I
think
known
so.
you?
Like,
Wow.
close to
Wow.
a couple years, but I don't think we've ever talked about baseball before.
Wow.
Oh, man. It's a major Cub fan back in the day.
WGM, baby.
Fuck yeah. That's exactly.
I watch like a Cubs game like 4 times a week because when I get off school, there's a Cubs game.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was on. Like, I was a tiny little kid and didn't even care about baseball. And then it was like, well, I'm watching it now. I had pictures in preschool. I'm drawing. This is the Cubs game. Somebody hit a home run, and now everybody's leaving the stadium. Like what? Fucking 4.
Well, and they also had a really, really drunk announcer
Oh, he
That was the best,
and,
though.
fantastic.
that you could relate to kind of at any age.
There
He was like, he was both family
I'll be right
friendly,
back.
kid friendly, and drinking friendly. Like he really he also looked like aliens invaded Earth and like enlarged his like eyebrows. Like I cannot believe. I just love everything about him.
Oh, he was classic. You mean
Was it-
watch
It's a
Like,
simple
was it-
question. If
Yeah.
if this moon was made out of cheese, would you eat some?
Would you eat it?
Oh no, it's
I
spare
think I
ribs.
would.
He's like, it's spare ribs. Like, heck, I don't even have seconds. I miss Celebrity Jeff or Will Ferrell on SNL. He was the best.
Harry had some classics, though. I mean, you watch long enough, you saw some shit. Remember one time him calling a home run, doing that might be, it could be, it is, holy cow. And as you see the dude running around second base, like at top speed, and the guy in the outfield is chasing the ball and throwing it back in, he's still like, Harry, it didn't even get above, it bounced off the fucking wall. It was a line drive. Like, all right. Sean Dunston head first into third in a cloud of dust. He's still finishing the home run call. I love that man. Was it St. Louis? Where he got fired for banging the owner's daughter or something? His wife? I don't remember. Something like that. Harry was banging somebody he wasn't supposed to be banging. So they interviewed him after he got fired.
Harry.
He had a Schlitz. Just a little subtle dig at the bush. Like, there you go, Harry. Just Schlitz.
I think that was a pretty reckless speculation.
Oh, he was banging somebody.
like this is on par with Mr. Rogers. Like, come on, man. Like,
I don't know if we can put. I don't think we can put Harry Carey in the same category as Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, that's nowhere near the slander of the Rogers slander. That's. I don't think there's a way to beat that one. Honestly, you have to find somebody more pure and innocent than Fred and slander them harder than that. I don't think the math works on that.
So that actually makes me think
Fred's better
something.
than Jesus, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So, on October 9th, 1969, Cardinal Nation was stunned by the firing of broadcaster Harry Carey. Anheuser-Busch said the decision was marketing-based, although rumors swirled that Carey was having an affair with Susan Bush, wife of August Bush III. Bush would later deny the rumors, but in Under the Influence, a book published in 1991, Carey said, "You couldn't say I did, and I wouldn't say I didn't."
Wow. I'm giving myself a win on that.
That is a legendary remark right there.
I said, the interview after he gets fired, drinking the Schlitz. Like, oh, that's the ultimate. Banged your wife and drank your competitor.
That is a legendary comment.
I'm shocked.
Hey man, Harry, he was a card. He was a character.
Completely different time. That how do we modernize this? Like, Joe Buck gets fired for having sex with
one of the
wife of the Coors Light brand. Like, can you imagine that in 2023?
Here's a guy on top of you.
Yeah, that's hard.
Also, for the record, young Harry could get it. So,
he was underrated.
Young Harry sounds like a porn name, by the way.
That's my new band name. Yeah. Opening for Dokken, Young Harry. Yeah, I think that interview, he's got the 70s
Young Harry
collar shirt, 3 of the buttons undone. Harry's going all out in that interview. It's gold.
So I know Justin would answer this positively. I'm almost positive. But you know how like when we watch the Levitard show, or just in general, if you see any video footage of Miami, how the culture of South Florida and Miami specifically is really normal to have 3 buttons open.
Oh yeah.
Do any of you think you could be 3 button open people in any of if you
on vacation? I totally am.
You are?
On vacation? Fuck yeah. I got that Hawaiian style shirt. We made you get a few beers and a bowl in there, we might go 4 buttons down. It's by the end, we're just out by the fucking beach drinking a beer. It's all hanging out. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I just want to say for the record that I think all of you could be 3 button guys.
Really?
Yes.
I agree. I just don't think you guys would. But that's what Yikes
I'm
is
the one that doesn't
asking
wear
here.
sleeves on this podcast, so I feel like I would be doing it. It's not my style.
Okay, but if you didn't have sleeves, would you still button your shirt down to 3 buttons if it was
it
you
wouldn't even be
ripped the
buttoned.
sleeves off?
It wouldn't even be buttoned. Yeah, that's unbuttoned. Sleeves off, buttons off. That's my motto.
Sleeves off, buttons off.
You know what that means? It means that here on the Outsider Social Club, we do this thing called How Do You Want to Attack It? And right now we're attacking whether you could be a 3-button-down kind of guy. Yikes pitched this.
Or lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, a non-gender term that Justin says not his style. Patty, you got a 3-button opinion?
Oh, listen, no, you know what? I'm going to hold off on my thoughts on whether I would wear a 3-button. No 3 buttons or not.
That's fair.
We're gonna stash that away for a later time.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, no, I have multiple buttony shirts that are just for vacation, so that I can. I used to work with a dude at a U-Haul in La Crosse. Good guy.
Quick moment here, Ron.
Yeah.
Did he work at U-Haul or did he just rent a U-Haul when you worked with him?
He was one of the mechanics. So
Okay.
So Joel, you could tell how drunk Joel had gotten during the workday by how many buttons came down. So by 5 o'clock, all them fuckers were open like, oh, Joel's been out behind the dumpster, man. He's going to come in smelling like Old Crow with no buttons. It was sure shit. No shoes, shirt wide fucking open. Like, Joel's greased. He's going to get a ride home with Carol.
I actually have to find it, but I might have a photo of me with that kind of state. I used to be the same way in high school. The drunker I got, the more buttons came undone. And if I was ever in my tank top, I'm really hammered.
It's liberating.
Yeah, there might be a photo of me with 3 buttons undone circling the internet somewhere. I have to find it.
So if I'm going to do that, the shirt has to be extremely festive. Like, it cannot be like...
Agreed.
It can't be... It has to have design. There's probably lobsters on it or like something like that.
There goddamn better be.
So I'm going to say the exception is if it's like summer linen, maybe a nice pastel color. You can also do it then.
Fair.
Okay, that's a softer way to do it, for sure.
That's the fancy way to...
Yes.
Yeah, there's like drunk guy at the beach and more upscale 3-button. I think we're, yeah.
Drunk guy at the bar, drunk guy at the beach.
Right, there you go. That's... Yeah.
See, I don't think I know the difference between those two guys.
Oh, because I'm both of those guys, yeah.
Like, I hate to
One's
say it, but
wearing
like,
a linen shirt and the other one's
I'm literally drunk guy on the beach all day.
Drunk guy at the beach becomes drunk guy at the bar later in the day.
Oh yeah, and then like I'm like, hey,
one of them
you
has
got those
sand.
risotto scallops? Let's go! Come on.
The beach. What a distant memory. Oh, it's fucking PCB, man. And God made PCB, didn't he?
PCB?
Yep. God's gooder than hell.
According to the Bible, he did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyone?
Huh?
PCB?
Oh,
Panama City Beach. I got an off-center Day-Glo trucker hat over there that says it right on there. It's nice. The words are all tilted and slightly over. I had to buy it. That's what we should revisit 6 months after. See if you guys can remember the 99-cent store purchases.
There's no way.
The tape of the what was it like?
Okay, that one.
You just posted about it on Twitter. That's one reason why I remember.
I did. Yikes! Do you remember this? The tape I bought at the 99-cent store.
Oh my God, I don't.
Oh,
was it Jefferson tapes or whatever? What was it?
It was a sealed
Bill
copy
Cosby
of the Ken Starr report.
Oh, the Ken Starr report. That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
Still in plastic. I had to buy it, right? I mean, 99 cents?
What? I totally forgot about that.
Oh, it was a must purchase. Well, that
A cassette tape of that?
Yeah. And a necklace with the zigzag guy on it. You gotta buy one of those too. That's a must.
Oh, I thought you meant that came with the tapes.
Oh no, those all in the same purchase. So
okay.
Yeah, it's a hell of a $5 I dropped there. That's some fun shit.
It's great, Ron. Totally forgot about that. Only you could bring up Ken Starr in 2023 or whatever it was.
Right? Especially tie it to a beach conversation. I'm just a master of connecting the fucking dots. That's
wow, you are.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
You know, this is something so random, but since we have no direction here,
We sure don't.
Speaking of veal,
Uh-oh.
so
Veal.
last night, I'm sorry, we're not going to talk about veal specifically. We're going to talk about slices of meat.
I've got zeal for
Okay.
veal.
Trading Places. Okay. That movie, I forgot. First of all, that's a Christmas movie.
Oh.
Correct.
It's also a movie about racism. And
Okay, that I
it's
remember.
also a movie about how hot Jamie Lee Curtis is.
That was
Then.
Dan Aykroyd in that movie
Total dick.
buys a gun, dresses up as Santa, gets completely tossed, goes to the company holiday party in which the company he got fired from, part of this. You don't know the movie, it's part of an experiment. Okay? So he's in a Santa costume. He is like, the beard is almost gray because he's like so dirty and whatnot. And he's just slamming drinks at the Christmas party and stuffing enormous cuts of meat into his Santa costume. And he threatens everybody with a gun. He's hammered as hell. The scene I'm talking about is he gets on a bus, all right? And he basically sits down, the people next to him all move, and he starts pulling out this enormous fillet of salmon while he's drunk in this like Santa costume.
Oh,
And
we all
it's got to
been
be
there,
one of
yeah.
the it's got to be one of the most disgusting scenes. I forgot, like I laughed at it as a kid, and I've seen that movie many times, but man, did that hit me so hard last night. I was like, what in the fuck? Like, it's seriously top shelf physical comedy of total grossness thrown in the middle of what I think is probably a pretty good movie.
Sounds like a perfect holiday film, tell you the truth.
It's definitely a holiday film.
That's
I mean,
Santa
who
with a gun.
hasn't stuck a bunch of salmon in our shirts and gone and eaten it on a bus.
That's
Very
true.
From
relatable.
Sam.
Yeah.
Good
You
point.
don't do that every Friday night?
So throw
What
the
are you doing in
first
your life?
fucking stone, I mean.
I didn't expect the response to be, that is so cliche. But fair enough.
I actually started thinking about the roast I got marinating upstairs. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but are you going to put it in your pants?
You
Yes.
sure you want to ask that? I mean, I'll answer, but I just say, which I forgot to mention. The safe word tonight again is rutabaga. Just so
Again?
we're good. Yeah.
Just riding the rutabaga, huh?
Well, if people
Consistency
can't
with
remember
that-
what it is, then it's defeating the
I guess
purpose.
that's touche. Right.
Yeah.
We're
I love.
That's
Can you
that's
believe
the
that-
other one though. We will use that again.
Do you want to know what of my greatest contributions to retail work in America is?
I do. Yes.
You know what this is, right?
No.
So I work with these teenagers, and a lot of these girls are like, some of these customers are really creepy, and they are.
Well,
Like, they're creepy, like, because that's going to happen, right? And they're young. They're like 16 to 25. So I said, we need a safe word, and I told them it's rutabaga, and that has been used 3 times.
yes.
It's an actual, and like, they think it's funny. They were like, what is a rutabaga? I'm like, it's a vegetable. They're like, is it good? I'm like, I have no fucking idea at all. Like, I think it's good.
It's
But
totally
like
not,
the other day
no.
we had
Very good.
Oh, it's great.
Because good would be eating them.
I'd eat it.
this girl I was
I have
working
eaten
with
it.
said to me, she was like, hey, we got a rutabaga in the propane section. And I just about fucking shit my pants.
Yes.
Like, so I think I am contributing to a safer society in retail work.
The Outsiders Social Club, changing the
Yes.
world. Yeah. One perv alert at a time.
Yep. I was going to say, perv alert.
Rutabaga. Rutabaga in aisle 2. Total perv alert. All right. Abridged.
I
Where did
also
that
love
song
how
come from?
no one picked up on that song for like the longest time.
I love that somebody used perv the first time I had it on the board and nobody knew it existed. I was like, shut up. Did one of you fuckers just say it? Like, I gotta play it now. Like when Justin here, did you have a sounder waiting? Yeah, the highlight of that.
As a matter of fact, I did. I do declare, I have a sound.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna attempt a negative
Rutabaga?
5 degrees cigarette.
Ooh.
Is it going?
I'm going to attempt a 48-degree cigarette,
God damn it!
but it's raining.
I'll attempt a 26-degree bong. So
All right, but are you covered?
No, kind of. There's a
Okay,
wood-
mine's worse. Way worse.
Whatever. You live like 2 hours from the ocean.
Salt life, bro. Salt life.
yeah.
You know, I don't know if Patty's going to hear this because I know she's walking away. But one of the funniest things about the fact that I live in Spokane, Washington, and first moved here is because I'm such an idiot that when my parents moved here, I thought they were 2 hours away from the ocean.
Hey, it's something.
And I'm here now,
Sounds reasonable.
many hours away from anything I could survive swimming in.
I don't know where these cities are placed in these states. I'm supposed to know where every city located. What I look like? Goddamn Atlas. I'm not on Atlas. I'm a guy getting
Yikes.
high in his basement.
Yeah.
There is a Trailblazers alert right now, and it is that
Uh-oh.
the Blazers are down by 34 after yesterday
Yes.
breaking the record for
Yes.
amount being down going into the fourth quarter. I articulated that very.
But I knew what you were going to
Did,
say, like,
but I
right,
followed it perfectly.
right away.
So, yeah.
I had the game on earlier. When I turned it on, it was like right at the start of the game, it was 5 to like 23. And I was just like, oh, we're going to do this again.
You're like,
And-
what are we doing here? That's Yikes'
That's
signature phrase.
part of it. I mean, one of the thing, like, so we knew that we're going to launch into a Blazers moment here, but like, we knew they were going to be bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, I expected them to struggle.
Yeah.
But I don't understand losing by 62
Well,
as a young
that's insane.
team.
Yeah. I don't
And I
understand
don't
how there's
understand-
that much of a talent differential in a league that tight.
That's Ron. You hit it on the head. That's my point.
Well,
there cannot be that much of a talent.
Right.
It has to be an inspirational / coaching / not the right mix of players or something. Because
Yeah.
how
You'd
the
think
fuck
it's-
do you
you-
lose by like 62 and then come out and get down by 20 in the first quarter?
Yeah, you'd think a team
don't-
backups could keep it closer than that.
And I sound like a total piece of shit sports fan by saying that out loud. I will admit, because I'm never that hard on these guys. But
That's
like,
fair. I mean, it's record breaking.
I mean, look at the Damian Lillard trade now, because you have Ayton and Robert Williams III both got injured already. And so they have no center. They have no active center besides, I think, Baji, who's like, a third string and wouldn't normally.
be on a team,
Yeah.
maybe.
He's, I don't know. I mean, he might be on a team normally, but probably wouldn't be getting that much playing time typically. Maybe he'll get better. But point is, they have a big a hole that needs to be filled. Phrasing.
Hey, phrasing!
Justin, what are you playing?
NCW or not NCW? Talking about
WCW
basketball.
versus NW.
WCW Revenge, yeah.
Revenge is the best one. He's going for the what belt? What's the belt?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight belt.
Kevin
I
Nash.
see.
Oh shit!
I think the last thing I'll say about this, Tash, is I don't know what the role of coaching is when you're losing this badly and you don't seem to be inspiring your players. Like, if we end up being a good team ever, I don't understand how Chauncey Billups is still at the head coaching job. Like, I don't get
Well, you want to know the biggest reason is that Neil O'Shea and Joe Cronin, or I mean, no, I'm sorry, yeah, Joe Cronin. Neil O'Shea was the old one. Joe Cronin's a bad GM.
I don't know if I believe that.
I believe it.
That seems like a narrative that seems very convenient, but like he's doing the things
No,
you do as a
look at his
GM to
trades.
rebuild.
Look at his trades.
Okay.
Look who he was put in place by. Everything's bad about it. It's all a lame duck. They just want to make money off of it. They're one of the cheapest franchises. Like,
But
as far as
say
what,
this
like,
is the teardown for the rebuild, though? Can you justify it in any way, or is it just a straight cash grab?
right now it's a cash grab because they're getting ready to sell the team.
But wouldn't you want your team to be better, though? I mean, I guess it doesn't change the value a shitload, does it?
No, because Phil Knight would still pay like $5 billion,
for the shittiest team.
$3 billion. It doesn't matter if you're shitty in like at one point because they were a great franchise historically.
All right,
I guess
I'll say
you'd
this
want
right
to be
now.
shitty, but with a good set of contracts that to set you up to be able to do things down the road.
They could do what the Oklahoma City Thunder did, if they wanted to. They could pull a Sam Presti.
I mean, they could, but you have to have the right ownership involved with that. That's kind of like hands off. Listen, like we're talking about, if we are actually talking about the idea of the Trailblazers being sold, I would like to just bring into the fact that like just a couple days ago, the owner of the Trailblazers, who also owns the Seahawks, just fired Pete Carroll.
I think Carroll stepped down though.
No,
No,
he did not
he got
step down.
fired.
Because he's
fired.
taking a position in the front office, isn't he?
Ron, he
Like
got
as an
fired.
advisor. Well, yeah.
He got fired. He got demoted. How's that? And so like this woman who owns both teams, who is kind of a whack job. I mean, just based on her personal history and many stories about like HR problems she has within her organizations. I don't think this. If she's okay, I'll put it this way. I'll end this conversation quickly. If Jody Allen sells the Blazers in 2024, I will give you $5.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take
that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it'll be in 2024 necessarily, but I'm saying it'll be within the next 5 years. How about that?
Oh my God. Well, okay.
And realistically, yikes, it'll be the best thing for the team.
No, when they sell, that will be the best thing for the team. But when you are the owner of the Seahawks and you fire your most legendary coach of all time, and you own a franchise, her behavior as a franchise owner is so inconsistent that, like, I honestly don't know that anything can get better until she leaves. So 5 years is a long time. So we're gonna have Chauncey Billups for the next 5 fucking years as we win 20 games.
I just don't think she cares,
My point exactly.
like at all.
No,
I don't think she watches it. I don't think she pays attention. And then she just like.
And that's fine if you put
I don't
the good enough people in the right positions to run the team, but it doesn't sound like that's what's happening.
No.
So I just don't understand anywhere else in sports where you can have an owner who doesn't give a shit at all and a team that's not winning and a coach that's not liked and the coach doesn't lose his job. Out of all those people, the coach should lose his job. Like that's the way it always
Then
works.
you gotta go hire a guy and background checks. Just fucking let him go.
Background check.
It's easier. Just
They're not hiring you, Ron.
You gotta call references and stuff.
oh shit, my background come up solid. Back is fucked up from sleeping on the couch for a week.
Fun stuff.
Well, who saw COVID out of nowhere after 4 years of being out there 6 days a week dealing with the fucking public and not getting that shit to get it now?
That's impressive you went that long, for sure.
Yeah, that's
6 days a week. Dealing
Well,
with
I've
these
heard
motherfuckers.
that. I heard the new one is more contagious, but less damaging.
Yes. I've been hacking up some lung butter with some black things in there, which is a bit concerning, but I'm hoping a few bong hits will get the rest of that out and everything will be good. But
Yeah, it's just lung butter. It's all
yeah,
good. It's from the
my kid wants me to go into one of them hospitals, but
One of
Just
those
do
healing
that.
facilities.
yeah, they charge you money and shit. So I'll just cough it up in the basement. It seems like the practical American way.
I'm all proud because I've officially paid off 1/3 of my medical bills from last year.
Shit. Fuck yeah.
Alrighty, that's pretty good.
I'll drink to
That's a
that.
win.
In America? Goddamn.
My max out of pocket is $12,000.
God damn.
Jesus.
This takes one thing in this fucking country. You can have insurance. You can have it. Like, oh yeah, but we don't cover all that shit. You're on your fucking own. You know, all of the whole reason. The whole reason you thought you were paying for this was for something like this. Yeah, it doesn't cover something like this.
I mean, so that's like 20% of my income. And then they already get $400 a month out of my paycheck for the premiums.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're paying up front because you think you're fucking covered.
And like my sister has been in the hospital for the last week. She got out yesterday.
Oof.
And she's okay. She's going to be fine. But she's always had like state insurance. So this is the first time she's ever had like, oh, I have health insurance from my employer.
Yeah.
Oh man, is she going to be real disappointed?
Yeah.
Because this happened earlier this year, the same thing, and she was in the hospital for like 5 days, and she was on Medicaid, so it covered everything. She didn't have to pay a penny.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my dear sweet child.
Ugh. Oh, fucking insurance in this country. I'll fight him. I'll punch him right in the dick.
Dick punch. Bam.
Dick put right to the insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking my wife got in an accident years ago. We had insurance. The guy who caused the accident had insurance. After everything was done with insurance, $350,000 is what we still had on the books.
Oh, God.
So that was fun. Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh,
Wait.
329,000, huh? That's all? After insurance. Okay.
When my dad died, so he was part of the VA and then was also on Medicare. But so my mom got like the explanation of benefits.
Right.
And it was $2.9 million.
Jesus H. Christ. How?
And he died. Like, so it's not even like, oh,
Gotta get a refund, like...
Here's $3 million, but you get to live 10 more years. No, you spent 3 months in the hospital and then died.
Yeah, you gotta give me half off for that.
Hospital. I can't. Now the federal government's going to pay you $3 million.
Yeah. Fucking anytime insurance gets mentioned, I just fucking red in the face.
My biggest thing, so in 2017, I was in a really nasty car accident. My partner at the time was driving and we got hit on the driver's side at like 65 miles an hour. And he shattered his pelvis, his hip, his femur. Like, it was terrible. My head hit the side door panel and then bounced and hit the window, and the window shattered.
Yeah.
So I lost most of my hearing on my right side.
Wow.
But also caused like hairline fractured my jaw.
Oh, for sure.
And then broke a bunch of teeth. Well, the fun thing about teeth in this country is that they're not actually considered part of your body.
Right, that's different insurance. Yep.
And you get like $1,000 a year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really only for cleanings.
Basically.
Yeah. So I mean, it's what, 6-7 years later almost, and it's never been fixed. It's going to cost me like $150,000 to get everything fixed.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'll just be miserable for the rest of my life.
Right, because that's the choice you're fucking left with in this fucking country. Well, do you want to be in debt forever, ever, or, you know, paying? Because one of them is free.
It's not like I'm not going to be in debt forever, ever anyway.
Right, but it's just like, I can't knowingly throw all that on top. That's just irresponsible on my part.
They weren't going to do this thing where they were like, oh, we'll just bill you for it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right.
No, you've got to pay us up front. And I was like, okay, well then fine. I will die from an infection at some point that will seep into my brain.
Right. Right into the bloodstream, have a heart attack. Fuck. That's what I keep telling my wife too. She's got the same deal. Like, but she has such a massive anxiety after the accident now that she can't do the fucking dentist unless they put her under. And like,
it's dumb. It's just very, very dumb.
Yeah, this whole thing is fucking stupid.
But there are some cargo ships that might not make it through unscathed. So we need to go bomb a bunch of brown people about it.
Well, I mean, it is what we do well. I mean, you stick with what you're good at. And what we're good at is bombing fucking brown people.
It's true. We excel at that one thing.
Yeah. Yes, true, and Carlin said it 33 fucking years ago, as true as it is today.
But now they can just do whatever they want. Like, Congress? We don't need Congress. Fuck Congress.
I couldn't believe that when I read that yesterday. Like, oh, so there's like a terrorism exemption to this, but it's anybody? So if anybody gets attacked, the president can just go say, oh, there was terrorism, so I can attack them without any approval?
It's the stuff left over from 9/11 and the Iraq War where they gave the president, like, the unilateral ability to just do whatever the fuck he wanted.
They jumped out of their fucking chairs to volunteer to give that power over. Couldn't have done it faster.
And it's like, so wait, he has unlimited war powers, but can't fix the fact that everyone's rent is going up 30% year over year.
So when the terrorism exemption, like, I guess I could still understand using it if somebody had attacked us, but then to say, no, somebody attacked somebody else and that's terrorism, so it still counts. It's like, that seems like such a fucking...
And, like, nobody actually did anything. If you're talking specifically about why he's bombing Yemen, they didn't actually really do anything. They threatened a lot.
Well, then now it's a deterrent, so we're going to stop the violence before it happens.
Something they should deter.
Right? Got your deterrent right here, pal. I didn't realize I'd get off the couch after a week with so many grievances, but apparently everything's pissing me off this week.
I spent all day sitting in my car waiting for a building inspector today. Because they couldn't guarantee he was going to call me when he was on his way. And if I missed him, it would have cost us a $250 fee. So I just sat, parked on a side street, and was listening to back episodes of this particular podcast.
Oh, well. We'll take that.
Yeah. So now you have dozens plus one. But, yeah. Why?
Yeah, we're good at that.
Yeah,
Something was said.
It's called getting the yikes.
I've been yikesed. He came back. Like, that's what happened. He came back and it flustered me so much. I completely forgot what I was thinking.
No, I have this effect on the entire pod, I think. Well, not really.
It does that, yeah. Yeah, I know you were sitting in the car waiting for a building inspector. That's all I remember.
Grievance. I was listening to the grievances episode.
Okay.
And you were talking about driving grievances. And then, because part of the time I spent not being at home today was driving around aimlessly, hoping that I would get a phone call saying, hey, please meet us at the job site. When you're driving and someone's like turning into a left turn lane, but they don't pull all the way into the lane, so they're still half in the go forward lane. And then so you can't move and you can't stop because it's too late to stop. And then you honk at them and they get very upset. And it's like, I'm honking to tell you if you don't move your ass, I'm going to hit you. I'm not honking because I'm mad. I'm warning you. Like, you need to make that turn, buddy, or I'm going to be in your passenger side back seat. Please go. Driving, all of my grievances were driving related and health insurance related and also
America in general,
related. And Ohio state government related, because boy, did they piss me off this week. I have a lot of what I'm saying. I think the whole point of that, I'm sorry, I've had 2 beers and it was like, hey, that's more than you should have had. I have a lot of grievances for January.
Grievances. You're listening to the Outsiders Social Club on the Half-Ass Podcast Network.